windshields freezing over fingertips, numb, and the wind is biting back. It's cold outside as temperatures drop this week, and that's something Central Georgians aren't used to, including folks without a place to stay. Jessica Cha is outside the Salvation Army to tell us more about what shelters are doing to keep folks warm.
That is right, Lori. I'm wearing about 3 layers of clothes, but it's not really helping because the cold has seeped in. My hands are pretty cold and they're turning red, I would say. But to prepare for this kind of weather, the United Way, the county, and the Homeless Coalition have all partnered together. Now, the shelters in the county have a combined 316 beds to ensure that folks do not suffer in this weather. I'm at the Salvation Army, who spoke to me earlier. There is a line at the door for dinner time. There are people waiting for rooms, and they're telling me about the numbers that they've been seeing. Central Georgians are used to high temps in a pair of shorts. But cold temps like these make everything a little different, including how the shelters work.
Because of the cold spurt, we're working outside of what's normal to make sure that every individual has a warm place outside of the cold weather.
Salvation Army Social Services Director Latresa White says usually they take folks in only from 4 to 6 p.m.
We're letting people in at midnight as long as they come with a first responder. They also get a hot meal.
That could be a person with the sheriff's office or a member of the Homeless Coalition.
If the weather temperature is not where it needs to be for those individuals, we hold them in. We don't just let them back out on the streets.
White says they're trying to prevent another cold weather tragedy, like the one that happened on Christmas 2020.
It's a sad situation where 2 individuals did pass for freezing to death, so we want to make sure that that does not happen again.
And their numbers say the help is welcomed.
On a typical night, you may see one family. Last night alone, we served a total of 42 individuals.
White says they have 100 beds and only half were filled. But even if they ran out, she says they're not alone.
Daybreak is in on this. Loaves and Fishes, he's in on it too, to help and provide shelter for individuals as well.
Changing norms to help folks when the weather changes. Now, I reached out to Daybreak, and they told me that they typically only accept people during the day. However, they were saying that they brought in 12 people last night anyway, and they've also been driving around offering to others. I also spoke with Fishes and Loaves, and they were telling me that normally they've actually been seeing less people during meal times because they know that they're in shelters. Live in Macon, Jessica Cha, 13WMAC News. Back to you, Lori.
Thanks, Jessica. The shelters say donations are always needed, such as food, blankets, masks, and hand sanitizer.